Shalom, y'all. Straight to the point. We're going to jump straight into the lesson. All right. Let's read on. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. Okay, now this is talking about Esau. So now, during these times now, of course, you got the so-called blacks. They're dying, getting shot down in the streets, unarmed. They got their hands up in the air. Some of them are resisting, but still, they shouldn't be killing them. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be killing them. But what's happening is now a lot of these Edomites, these Europeans now, they're complaining now. They're complaining about the wickedness of their fathers. You understand? So it says, because they shall be reproached for his sake, meaning they're going to be upset. They're going to be dismayed. They're going to be, broken down. Salakia, they're going to be broken down, so to speak. Their spirit is going to be weak. You understand? So for the sins of their fathers, they're going to be broke down. They're going to be messed up in the spirit. So now what's happening is now they're pulling down the artifacts. Now they're pulling down their statues. And a lot of people are very, what's the word I want to use? A lot of people aren't happy with the history of the antiquities. A lot of people aren't happy with, that their past. You understand? So they're now complaining of an ungodly father. And everyone's saying, they're pulling the signs, they're pulling down our statues. But it ain't us pulling down the statues. It's Esau, Edom. They're the ones that are commissioning these things to be pushed down, pulled down. Okay, they're the ones that's sending in their votes, voting and petitioning to have these statues pulled down. Not Jake. Jake don't know about no history, so they shall be reproached, and that's why they're in reproach now. That's why they march with you, Jakes. But there's a flip side to it. Let's read Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Though he humble himself, what do you see Esau, Edom doing now? Okay, you see a lot of them humbling themselves. Salakia, you see a lot of them holding up signs. BLM, Black Lives Matter. Oh, you people got to stop doing this. This is wrong, and this and that. They out there. They doing the footwork more than you Israelites are, more than you Jakes are. You understand? They out there. They walking for miles, protesting with the bullhorn, screaming, and yelling down the street. Sometimes getting into skirmishes, fights breaking out. You understand? Because Esau, Edom is humbling himself now. Okay, so it says that though he humble himself and go crouching, they're crouching. They're humble now. You understand? They're kissing up to you, so-called Negroes. You understand? They all about, uplifting you and praising you. Reading on. Yet take good heed and beware of him. Come, you're supposed to be aware of him. You ain't supposed to just let him get up amongst you. You understand? You ain't supposed to just, and that's the thing with you so-called Negroes. The minute the so-called European wear a fitted hat, or the women know how to do dancing or dance how you dance, you ready to accept them. You understand? And that's why we lost what we lost anyway. But you know what? It was set up in the spirit for us to lose it because we broke the God's commandment. So the Most High set Esau up and raised him up above us. You understand? And the Most High said he would do that. Well, read Job 9:24. But the scriptures say to beware of him. So when you out there and you protesting or what have you, and you out there amongst these Edomites and they amongst you protesting alongside you, guess what? You got to beware of them. You got to check them out. And you know why you got to check them out? Guess what? Guess why? Because a lot of they done broke it down that they said there's agents out there, Antifa and all that, setting up all type of confusion, bringing up all type of confusion. Why? Because you got these heathens amongst you. You got these heathens within this weak organization, which is set up by George Soros and Edomite. You understand? So that ain't even ours. But you supposed to beware of him. You ain't bewaring of him. And thou shalt be unto him if thou hadst wiped the looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. See, his wickedness ain't been wiped away. His sin ain't been wiped away. His hate, perpetual hatred for you tribes has not been wiped away. But you got to beware of him. You got to check him out. You can't just let him get amongst you, go amongst you so-called Negroes, and just accept them because he got a Black Lives Matter banner up. Okay, he holding up a Black Lives Matter sign. You Negroes are so simple, man. You Negroes are so gullible. You understand? You so gullible, man. Reading on. His mouth is Psalms 10 and 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. They're fraudulent people. You understand? These Edomites, these Europeans are fraudulent. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Cunt is full of mischief and vanity. You understand? They all about themselves. They doing this for themselves. They ain't doing it for you. They doing it so the world looks at them and say, oh, these people are, they're so humanitarian. They're out there with the blacks and they're marching with the blacks and you know, and they're humbling themselves. You know, they're taking up. Some of them are even bending the knee. Some of them are even crying to you so-called blacks. Okay, talking about how we're sorry and we forgive you. Please forgive us. And you got you Negroes getting upset. You got you Negroes crying. You're supposed to raise yourself up. Okay, they giving you the power. You're supposed to raise yourself up. That just come to show you tribes don't know what to do when the power comes. Because you tribes are weak. You're a slave. Read none. Ecclesiasticus 12:16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Come on, he's the enemy. Okay, the scriptures say that he's our enemy. Esau Edom, and speaketh sweetly with his lips. He speaks sweetly. Yeah, we gonna go out there with y'all. Where's the meeting spot? Okay, we gonna meet here and we gonna march down. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. Guess what? He's speaking sweetly with his lips. Read none. But in his heart, he imagined how he throw thee, how to throw thee into a pit. You understand? What's that pit? Your ass gonna be locked up. Cause guess what they doing? They putting bricks out there. They got bricks out there. They leaving police cars out there so you can bait police cars. You know, obviously, and they got bricks. They got crates of bricks out there on pallets, and they got Jake and they telling Jake, look, throw the bricks, do this, do that, set a fire, do this. They got Jake doing all this type of stuff. That's that pit they put you in. Why? Because you in a march with Esau Edom. Okay, you feel like Esau Edom is now humbling himself unto you. No, Esau Edom ain't humbling himself unto you. Esau Edom is the devil. Okay, read none. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. See that? So he's wicked. He's fully wicked. He's a fraudulent demon, and you ought to watch you have to watch him. You can't let him come amongst you. That's the thing with you Negroes. You let anybody get amongst you. You understand? Even in you camps, these Israelite camps are reaping. Salakia. These camps are full of heathens. Full of heathens. A man come in, he'll say, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. Can I get in the camp? Yeah, sure, you can come in the camp. You don't even know the man's father. You don't even know the man's background. You understand? You let a man in because he say he Irish. And that's just showing you tribes are wicked. And even Tahar said, look, we got a lot of agents. Well, you let the agents in. You brought them in. You told them because they was Irish or they were German or they were Scots that they could come in the camps. Now it's coming out that there's agents running all through these camps because you simple behind leaders, you false bootleg fraudulent leaders, and let them in. And that's why these camps, the Most High gonna destroy all these camps. And ain't no elect within these camps. There's no elect in the camps. Ain't no group of the elect. The Most High gonna determine who the elect is in these last days. That's just a footnote. Okay, moving on. Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin? What color are the Ethiopians? Dark. Or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Come. So Esau Edom can't change his spirit. Esau Edom can't change his behavior, his conduct. Okay, his mindset. Well, look at Esau Edom. Esau Edom, his spirit is what? Is that of a hunter? Okay, is that of a killer? That's their spirit. They were given the sword, okay, to do valiantly, to do destructively, to destroy the whole entire earth, which they have done. Okay, so they can't change that. So don't think for a couple of hours they gonna take that spirit away from them and go ahead and march with you in peace and humble themselves unto you. No, they got the spirit of the devil on them, and they plotting on how they can put you in the pit. Okay, they setting it up. Okay, because they done brought it out there. Antifa is running the whole show. George Soros running the whole show, and you Negroes got set up for that in that trap. They setting you all up, and you let them set you up. Why? Because you ain't spiritual. You're simple and you're gullible. Read none. Psalms 58:3-4. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Who's the wicked? Esau Edom. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They speaking them lies. Fourth verse. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder. The deaf adder is a poisonous snake, okay, that stoppeth her ear. You understand? So you Negroes out there, you Negroes in the world, you're gonna have to start waking up, man. You're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to stop being so stupid and gullible. Okay, you need to realize that, look, you got enemies, man, on this side. Okay, and I don't care how you know, what type of sign they make or how intricate they sign may look, you don't accept them. You're supposed to step back and say, you know what, I'm not going to accept this particular person because I know through history, their rep, and I understand how they get down. So therefore, you got to say, you know what, they ain't going to change their spirit because it's still, look, we still fighting. 400 years later, we still fighting for the injustice of our people. We still fighting for the crimes that they commit against our people, the heinous crimes that they commit continually against our people. So that just comes to show you that these people ain't changed. You know what I'm saying? Over 400 plus years, they still ain't changed their spirit. You would think us being in a modernized setup that they would change their spirit. They would change the way they think, their behavioral pattern. They ain't changed that. Why? Because that spirit of the devil is up in them. The scriptures say, can a leopard change his spots? Can an Ethiopian change the skin of his color? No. So Esau, Edom can't change the wickedness that's within his spirit. Therefore, you got to wake the hell up and realize that you can't have them amongst you, and you got to cut them off because they not with you. They setting you up to bring you down in the pit, to bring you down to judgment, to judge you and get you caught up in this system. Okay, you understand? So with that, you know, I'm gonna say peace and shalom to the elders and the brothers. Not the elders you think. I'm talking about Wahab, the righteous brothers. Shalom, peace.